After the event, I started feeling hungry. Every time I'm in Manila, I crave Yabu. The didn't make it even remember how many times I've eaten here. Timing it too many to count. Inside the mall, tired from walking, I keep looking for it. Am I lost or did I just pass by again? Nothing can stop me from finding that crispy, juicy Katsu. While walking, I spotted Dyson and just had to stop to check out their vacuums. Obsessed with keeping the home clean, I've officially become a certified appliances shopaholic. I already have my own, but curiosity got the better of me. I had to see if theirs worked the same, and of course, that meant trying out their hair blow dryer and styling tools too. Oh, my hair came out looking so good it almost felt like a mini salon session right there in the sun. So there we are, still walking and looking for Yabu. Why is this place a favorite? Because they serve brown rice, veggies, and fruits all unlimited. And for someone like me who loves seafood or avoids pork, Yabu has perfect options, plus all the veggies one could ever want. Didn't even notice, but we finally found a place. Here we are waiting to be called, and it's finally our turn. So excited, the hunger doesn't even begin to cover it. Honestly, I might just eat you too, Yabu. You know that feeling when you've been walking forever, patiently hunting for it, and then finally arrive, only to find there's still a wait. Time to have a little chat with your stomach and ask it to stay calm. The waiter says you are number 7, just a bit more waiting. So let's wait and dream about that Katsu. They asked if it was okay to just sit outside so we'd be next, but insisted on waiting for a table inside because eating outside just isn't comfortable. Finally, when they call your number, it's your turn, and then another waiting moment. What is this waiting game? First 15 more minutes just to place the order and have it served, and then another 15 to 20 minutes for the food to actually arrive. All this waiting just for the katsu, but hey, good things come to those who wait, right? At this point, we're still waiting, but the orders around us are already being served. It's one of those moments where your stomach starts giving side-eye glances, like, are we really waiting for this long? Every table around gets their food, and all you can do is imagine the crispy, juicy katsu arriving your table. You fidget in your seat, scroll your phone, sneak a peek at the dishes on their other tables, and silently cheer for everyone else, while secretly wishing your katsu would teleport itself into your plate. It's like a little waiting game, testing patience and hunger at the same time. Every bite that finally arrives will be worth it, but right now, it's all anticipation, excitement, and a tiny stomach upset. Finally, it arrived, not the food yet, but the little moment that makes Yabu so special. The sesame grinding moment. Gosh, this part is actually more exciting than expected. You take the tiny wooden mortar and pestle, dump into the sesame seeds, and start grinding, grind. And just like that, the boring waiting time transforms into a little therapy session. Each twist of its pestle releases the nutty, fragrant aroma of the sesame seeds. It's really satisfying, almost hypnotic, and before you know it, your mind forgets about how hungry you are. The sound of the seeds cracking under the wooden tool, the way the aroma fills the air, it's a tiny meditative moment in the middle of all the waiting chaos. You start imagining how this freshly ground sesame will mix with the sauce and coat the katsu. Suddenly the wait doesn't feel so long anymore. It's a game, a little interactive ritual that makes the anticipation fun instead of frustrating. You feel a sense of accomplishment as the seeds turn into smooth aromatic powder, and just like that, your hunger is temporarily distracted by this simple, playful activity, making yapping more than just a meal but an experience. Now for the fun part, I get to pour the rich, dark katsu sauce over the freshly ground sesame seeds. Look at that. Mix. You can just adjust it to your liking, more sauce if you want it richer, or keep it nutty and simple. And of course, I can't forget the peanut sauce part. It's really mix it. Oh wow, the aroma is just amazing. This is my creation, my perfect blend, and I get to taste it exactly how I like. Honestly, this little ritual makes the waiting totally worth it. Now comes another fun part. You get to mix everything together. Just look at this, the freshly ground sesame, the rich katsu sauce, and the creamy peanut sauce waiting to join the party. I start mixing slowly at first, letting the sesame seeds soak up the sauce, releasing that amazing nutty aroma. You really want to take your time here because this is where you create your perfect flavor. At first, mine tastes a little sour, so naturally, I add a bit more peanut sauce. Swirl it, fall in, and watch how the color deepens and the aroma gets even stronger. And then, of course, a little more katsu sauce for good measure. Mix. You can't rush this part. It's kind of therapeutic. Actually, the motion of spoon, the sound of the sesame and the smell of the sauces coming together. It's like a tiny delicious meditation right at the table. I keep tasting along the way, just adjusting as I go. A tiny scoop of peanut, a splash more sauce. Every stir changes it a little and each taste is a step closer to perfection. It's almost like painting a flavor masterpiece. You get to decide the balance of nutty, sweet, savory, and sour you want, and there's something almost magical about this moment. The waiting before it felt long and my stomach was impatient, but now I'm completely impressed in this little ritual. The mixing, the tasting, the tiny adjustments is like a game, a challenge to make the sauce exactly how I want it. I even catch myself smiling at how fun this is. Sometimes I stop and just inhale the aroma, the nutty sesame, the rich katsu sauce, the hint of sweetness from the peanut. It's all blending into something irresistible. And finally, the long wait is over. Look, here he comes. Our kuya is walking with our food, and yes, everything he's holding is all ours. You can almost hear the stomach cheering, the taste buds dancing, and honestly, it's hard not to get giddy. Watching him approach with all the plates stacked neatly, the aroma already teasing your senses is like the grand finale of all the waiting, grinding, and mixing. We just sit every little moment from wandering the mall, spotting the Dyson, and patiently waiting for the table. The grinding sesame and perfecting the sauces has led to this glorious arrival. And now it's finally here. The table is about to transform into a little katsu paradise, and all that anticipation is about to explode into pure, delicious joy. So we started with your chicken katsu, and oh, that story begins right here. Look at the golden crispy crust, perfectly fried just the way it should be. The aroma alone is enough to make your stomach do a happy dance. As we slice into it, you can hear that satisfying crunch, crispy on the outside, juicy and tender on the inside. Next up, of course, our seafood feast. Just look at this platter. It's so colorful and inviting, it's impossible not to get excited. Right at the top, we have the tiger prawns glistening and perfectly cooked. You can almost hear them calling your name. The moment you bite into the prawn, it's perfectly juicy and slightly sweet with a satisfying snap. Honestly, this is seafood haven. Next to that, the salmon, rich, tender, and perfectly seared. That pink orange hue is just irresistible. The salmon is soft, buttery, and packed with flavor. One bite, and it practically melts in your mouth. And there's the cream tari, flaky and soft, lying there, waiting to be devoured. Honestly, it looks like a piece of art on a plate. Don't forget the sweet potato, a little sweet, a little comforting, and it balances the seafood perfectly. A little bite of sweetness in between sweet and bites, it's the perfect palate set. And now here we are with the perfectly cut, thinly sliced vegetables, crisp, fresh, and ready to add that refreshing crunch to every bite. Alongside them, juicy watermelon and sweet pineapple bring a burst of natural sweetness, balancing all the savory flavors on the table. That unlimited fruits and veggies. Let's not forget to balance the flavors. A bite of fresh pineapple or juicy fruit in between seafood bites feels like refreshing. And of course, we can't forget the soup, warm, comforting, and full of subtle flavors. It's the perfect companion to the seafood, katsu, and fresh fruits and veggies. Every spoonful ties everything together, making each bite feel complete and perfectly satisfying. And guys, about the rice, I was hoping for brown rice today, but they said it's not available. No worries, so we'll go with white rice. And honestly, after all the walking and waiting with it just to get here, we deserve it. Every challenge you face leads to this moment. Even the rice, simple as it may be, is essential. It soaks up all the sauces and makes every bite even more satisfying. I love how every component of this platter has its own personality, but together they create a complete seafood symphony. Honestly, it's moments like this that make all the walking, waiting, and sesame grinding totally worth it. Each bite is a little victory, a reward for the mini adventure that led up to this seafood feast. And now, with every bite, it's impossible not to smile. The colors, the flavors, the textures. It's a perfect meal, and I couldn't be happier to finally dig in. Now, watch me eat on this part, guys. Now we're done eating, and honestly, it feels like we just went through a full food journey rather than just a simple meal. From the moment we step into the mall, tired but determined, to the hunt for the Yabu, the waiting game, the sesame grinding ritual, and finally the arrival of the food. It was all part of the experience. Every little step built up the anticipation, and now sitting here with a happy and satisfied stomach, it feels like all the effort was completely worth it. The meal itself was such a treat, starting with a chicken katsu, crispy on the outside, cheesy on the inside. It reminded me why Yabu is always worth craving whenever in Manila. Now that the plates are empty and the table is clear, all that's left is the feeling of satisfaction, the kind of fullness that's not just about the food but also about the whole experience, the laughs while waiting, the excitement when Kuya walked over with the trees, the first crunch of katsu, the sweetness of fruit to end it all. Those are the memories that make this more than just a meal. Yabu always delivers not only with their food but with the way they make dining feel like a little adventure. And now that we're done, the cravings are finally satisfied, at least until the next trip to Manila, when the tita and me will surely start craving Yabu all over again.